The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Kickoff return for a touchdown.
Single. Corner. Here we go. Watch seven.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's our time, guys.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 38.
Watch tight end's right. Hey. We got three.
Hey, yo.
3 now. Check 9.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Room to run past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They run again on first down. Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They go play action. Cousins. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Watch Mike. Outside's coming.
So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away.
Punt
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Now Roethlisberger on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 54's Mike. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Double bump. Mike 50.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Monday. I'm coming.
Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick six. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, 75 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And now out comes Minnesota. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Alert!
Cousins now on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's
From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And some room to roam now. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 76 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deep.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Sheldon Richardson with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Jack 16. Right there. 54, right? Good job, guys. 54, Mike.
First carry for James Conner.
We want it. Come to my world.
38 yards on the scamper there.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And his throw here's incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now Roethlisberger going to throw deep for the end zone. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Put that team on the bus.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's it, baby. Hey, watch the
Second down, Cousins finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
Let's go.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
3 down. Rhino. Check.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Strong right. 3 down. Lucky 50.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
Rhino. Right there.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Hot.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out come the Steelers. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Go. Check, check, check. Motion out of
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Roethlisberger will throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ready? Black air.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Eric Kendricks in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
We'll kick this one off. Number 31, back to return.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Cousins on 1st down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Cousins to throw it. And this is caught at the 8. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey! Motion! Motion! Gotta go. Stay at home, stay at home. Stay at home, stay at home.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
That's a takeaway. Now that's a takeaway. That's how the defense score points.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Mike's 54.
We're going, let's go.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Let's go.
Spurs.
Off the play fake, Cousins going deep for Diggs. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, 47 yards. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick this one away.
Number 10, ready to return.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Steelers set to take the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's go, defense.
Set. 180.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He wasn't ready.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm Back to you.
Set. Black 80.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Snickers. Snickers.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell good with the extra point. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, we got 3 down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Alert! 3 down.
Lynch 50, here we go.
Check 99.
They pitch it out to Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes him back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it. Watch tight. Tight end right.
Say hi. 180.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Black, 82.
Odd. 3 down. Odd.
From the gun, here's Cousins. The left side caught by Diggs. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Focus.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time.
Now the pressure gets to him again.
Here we go.
Eric Kendricks in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
All right, let's go.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
Go.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. 3 buzz.
All right, let's go.
Check. Go back. We got motion.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Everson Griffin in